latissimus dorsi, gymangurus muscles on our backs technically, but very much on our sides as well. So, you know, connects low back, hip area, all the way up into the shoulders essentially. For better visual, I'll take out our guy Johnny Utah here. See this big muscle going from here essentially all the way into the shoulders. So you don't want these guys to get tight, because first of all, it's gonna affect your ability to, you know, use your lats well, but it's also gonna potentially affect your ability to use your shoulders and your hips well. So a great movement to keep in your back pocket if you're somebody who struggles with tight hips, tight, buggy shoulders, whatever the case may be. And I really think that it is an ideal part of a warm-up, especially for, again, a day that's gonna heavily involve the lats, or the shoulders, or the hips, or all of the above. Now we're gonna take a thin resistance band. Doesn't need to be super heavy, because you can just vary the resistance by where your hands are on the band. It's gonna be a lot easier, or less resistance when the hands are wide, and more resistance when the hands are close. And you don't necessarily need to use these kind of bands either. If you only have access to these kind, that's totally fine. But we're using a band here for a specific reason, because we can pull on the band and create more of a stretch on this movement. So we're gonna take our band, you know, stand however you're gonna feel the most stable, but you don't really have to worry about your lower body beyond just stabilization. Take your band overhead, but you're not just gonna hold it like this. You gotta get some tension in that band, alrighty? And then from there, you simply shift from side to side. But at the bottom here, you wanna pull a bit more on that band. That's gonna stretch the lat a bit more. And then other side. You know, you're not holding these long. This is a dynamic stretch. It's meant to mobilize you, get you ready for action. You know, tight bodies are restricted bodies, and those aren't going to perform as well as a body that isn't tight. We want to perform well so we don't, you know, we get the most out of our workout, but also we're less injury prone. So fantastic exercise to keep in your back pocket, especially for warm-ups. But again, you can also just include it as a part of mobility workouts, or just as a part of, you know, if you're just feeling tightness in those lats, just grab a trusty resistance band, do some lat laterals.